Hey, Bo, what you doing?
I was thinking of a song for Papa. It kind of goes like this.
Yeah, we think you're the greatest, we think you're the best, we think you're the king of silver tongue finesse, we think you're the hero, we think you're the champ, we think you can sing and we know you can't dance, but you can put your hands up, you can turn away, you can shape the future, save a rainy day. When we do this, you know how this works, if we have children, we just might save the world.
My father, George Johnson, is not a man of traditional hobbies. You're not going to find him teeing off on the first hole. You won't find him in a garage tinkering with a carburetor. You won't find him even out on a lake baiting a fresh hook. His passions lie elsewhere. Dad's really his interest, his greatest passion is people. And he wants to be out meeting as many new people as he can all the time because he wants to find that connection. I'd say if he had a hobby, it's a heart connection from person to person.
George, in this country, we get to choose our heroes. And our heroes get to help us define who we are. And you've always been one of my heroes.
George, I know you know this, but I want to thank you for being a part of our family, most importantly, being Lewis's dear friend and being a part of the Holland family for all these years.
I've seen how George reacts to adversity. He shrugs things that would bring other people down to their knees. When George walks in a room, the whole room lights up.
Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions.
But I know that in a printout I was given, that George is described as a real estate visionary, which he certainly was. But I wanted to mention George as a people visionary, because I think that's what he is. And when he sees or hears of people in need, he answers the call.
You know, a lot of people have made Communities and Schools the organization that it is and made it the success that it is. George Johnson, whom you honor tonight, is one of those people. He is truly a champion for kids. Through his philanthropic efforts and his investment in communities and schools, he's made a difference in the lives of countless Georgians. He's a great Georgian and a great friend.
George, I'm so glad that you finally let us honor you in some small way for all that you've done for communities and schools.
George, thank you for who you are. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for all that you have done for communities in schools. And we all beg you to keep on keeping on being such a good guy.
You, my friend, are a very special person. Your kind and gentle spirit, your sense of humor, and concern for others are qualities that make you so easy to care about. We are proud to know you.
You are my brother. You have often served as my wise father. You've been my colleague. You are one golden human being.
One of the things that really touches me about George is his constant desire to grow and be a better person. He is absolutely unsatisfied with who he is, although the rest of us are just fine, but he is going to another level. We all need to be doing that. It's just that few of us do, and he's one. He stands out.
Most of the time we honor the people who are out in the front, the site coordinators, the founders of the organization, but very seldom do we look at the people who are behind the scene providing the support. And so when we think about people who have allowed the organization to function or to act, what that has meant to be able to keep the doors open, to be able to keep employees, to be able to pay the rent. And a lot of times we don't talk about that. And so from my perspective, it wasn't until 8 years ago that I realized how valuable his role has been.
Superlatives fail me when it comes to George Johnson. Simply better than the best. He's the Michael Jordan of volunteer leaders, and he leads the way all great leaders do, by example and out of a spirit of gratitude.
I think we have to give Mom a lot of credit too. There were times earlier in our lives, for instance, when she moved the family to Trinity Presbyterian Church, and I think finding a broader approach to being in the world and compassion for people, I think we'll always be forever grateful. I know I will, for having that awareness that maybe I wouldn't have had before.
George and Janet, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful opportunity to honor you. We so appreciate all that you have done and all that you will continue to do to help these kids now and in the future.
George, you are my hero. You are always happy. Your smile is infectious. You're engaged when you speak to people. We know we're the only person in the room when you're talking to us. The R is for Renaissance man. Your interests are so varied and deep. And O, because you're eternally optimistic. You are my hero, George. Thank you.
We can be the fruits of CIA success.
Perfect. We just fade that. Split there. Just go. That's great. Did you get? You still recording? You got that? Okay.
Yes! Bingo! This is gonna be awesome! I'm still working things out. I love you, Papa.